How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that make the new Toyota GR86 and Subaru BRZs so great, and potentially 5 reasons why you should consider buying one today. Now, before we get into today's video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. If you've already been subscribed, definitely be sure to click that little bell icon down there to the right. That actually turns on post notifications and notifies you every time that I do post a new video. As a smaller car channel here on YouTube, it really does mean a lot to me. But without wasting any more time, getting right into number 5, and this is probably the most obvious reason, but both of the cars, although they are different in their own ways, both of them are true driver's cars. Now, although they are extremely similar, and Subaru and Toyota are still kind of both making these cars basically on the same exact assembly lines, they do have their little differences, with the GR86 being a little bit more unforgiving and a little bit more oversteery, where the Subaru BRZ is a little bit more tailored to daily drivability and comfort. Now, with that being said, both of these cars are still like really fun little track cars. The footage that you guys are actually seeing today is from my POV driving video that I did on a new GR86, and I did a review on that too, and there will be 2 links to those videos throughout this video. But it was a really good car to drive. Unfortunately, I have not been able to drive a new BRZ, but they do have some differences from what a lot of people have been saying on the internet. However, the GR86 is definitely a more like stripped down, bare bones driver's car. It also holds better 0 to 60 times, as well as 60 to 0 braking times, and also track hot lap speeds as well. So with that sense, you know, the Toyota, I guess, is a little better of a car, but again, the Subaru is kind of more comfortable, and people say a lot more forgiving. But both of them are definitely driver's cars, and they're very simple cars and simple to maintain. But moving on to number 4, speaking about simplicity, they both have great drivetrains. With that 2.4 liter Subaru flat 4 naturally aspirated engine, honestly, you get a little bit of power with only, 228 horsepower in both of the cars and 184 foot-pounds of torque. It still does, a 0 to 60, at least in the BRZ, in 6.4 seconds. So it's definitely no slouch. And also, I know this is kind of crazy to say, because saying Subaru and reliable in the same sentence oftentimes is said ironically. However, this 2.4 liter flat 4 engine has proved to be a reliable platform that, again, you can throw some bolt-on modifications to, potentially even, throw some boost at. And considering that these cars have a limited slip differential from factory, are rear-wheel drive, and come with a really cool like track mode, it makes for a very fun drivetrain. Even if you opt for like the automatics, they can still be a awesome little car. Now, staying on the topic of modifications and power mods, at number 3, I have to say that they do make fantastic project cars. Now, the main reasons why they do make fantastic project cars are, again, the simplicity behind the drivetrains and overall construction of the vehicles themselves, but also their kind of cult following that they've developed over the course of the past decade or so, when they, originally started coming out, when there was, the Scion FRS, the BRZ, and the 86. A lot of people have a lot of different modifications for these cars, and there's a lot of different like aftermarket options now, both when it comes to aesthetics as well as performance. A lot of companies do make turbo kits, I know, for these engines, and they fit like perfectly within the engine bay themselves. And again, there's a lot of different aesthetic modifications. At a time like probably like around a few years ago or so, it felt like every single BRZ or 86 or FRS that you saw had like a wide body with, deep dish wheels, and it was kind of like a stance build. But some of these people have also like modified their cars and are making respectable numbers when it comes to power as well. So for someone that's like, just getting into cars, or maybe they're looking for their very first car and you're a car person, honestly, these aren't really a bad option. Now, another reason why these are great cars to buy right now, and the second reason I have on this list, also a good reason if you're looking for your first car, is that they are probably the most affordable sports car to date. If you're simply looking at 2022, or I guess now 2023 model years, you cannot find a cheaper sport car out there. Now, whether or not you consider these things sports cars or not, because the limited amount of power that they're making from factory, that's up to personal opinion and personal preference. Personally, I think that they deserve that title, but we all know how some people can get so butthurt over just, you know, some factory horsepower numbers. And yes, even though this car isn't making a lot, it still is fun. It still kind of deserves that sports car title. Maybe entry-level sports car if you really wanted to get complicated and technical, but sports car nonetheless. And for just under, or like just around 30 grand, and the way that the market is now for vehicles, honestly, you can't find anything cheaper that is more fun. Unless, of course, you're looking into the used car market, which, you know, again, you could probably find a lot of stuff that's more fun and a lot less expensive than $30,000. But still, considering a new vehicle, they are the cheapest one out there, and the bang for your buck, honestly, like the just fun that you get out of the price tag, I think that definitely makes it well worth it. Now, for the number one reason why I think that these new GR86 and BRZs are awesome and you should potentially look at getting one today. I know this is cliche, and I know some of you are going to be rolling your eyes at this reason, but they are actually manual. Yes, I know, I kind of cheaped out with this like top reason on this list. However, with the incredibly limited amount of cars and limited amount of options that we currently have when it comes to manual vehicles, I think that Toyota and Subaru both deserve credit for keeping the manual option in these cars. Now, I know their entire purpose is to be like the driver's car. They're, you know, supposed to be the enthusiast car, but I cannot stress this enough. With so many manufacturers going ahead and killing manual transmission options in their vehicles, I think it's awesome that both of these manufacturers teamed up and, you know, just kept the option there. And I think it's great. And I certainly think that that definitely plays into the crowd and the type of people that are interested in buying these machines compared to like your traditional, just, you know, daily driver commuter cars that are offered by these two companies. And I think it's awesome that Toyota especially is kind of like listening more and more to their customers, now going to be offering the Supra in a manual option. But yeah, I think that Toyota is definitely turning and going in the right direction, and I think some of that is kind of inspired by Nissan bringing back the Z in such a good fashion that Nissan went ahead about that new car. But I can't really say the same about Subaru because we all know how the new WRX looks. So hopefully Subaru takes some notes out of Toyota's book, turns it around a little bit, and offers more enthusiast cars. But you definitely love to see it in 2022 when a manufacturer is still offering their car with a manual transmission. Anyways, that's pretty much just going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about these new GR86s and BRZs down in the comment section below. Also, again, if you haven't checked it out already, I did a full review on a new GR86 and a POV driving video from that car. And again, the footage that you're actually watching in today's video is from the POV driving video that I did with it as well, so be sure to check out those videos if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of today's video. Again, definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really helps me out a ton. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, click on either of these links right here to watch a similar video from this channel, or click on the little circle link right there to actually subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. I do appreciate all the support, but thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.